Good day everybody, welcome back to the Cars924 YouTube channel. My name is Kudzai and welcome back to a brand new episode where today you join me here by the F&B Stadium where it is extremely cold. We've got an abundance of supercars, a different variation of supercars from Ferraris to Lamborghinis to Porsches to even McLarens, and some really cool unique supercars that you guys will get to see here in the B-roll. But without any further ado, I think that's enough for me talking. Let's get more of the supercars. Alright, you join me here, as I've said, at the F&B Stadium, where there is some really cool supercars right up in front of me, such as Maseratis to Lamborghinis to Ferraris, pretty much everything that you guys get to see on the international front here on African soil, which is quite surprising, to be fair. So also just a quick weather update. Today it is extremely cold. Keep in mind this is like 8 o'clock in the morning and we are currently in winter time. So the weather is extremely brutal and it is extremely cold. My mouth actually feels a little bit numb right now, but I think I'll just move over to the B-roll and just show you the sort of cars that are actually available here, well, present here at the Supercar breakfast run, which is actually quite beautiful to see, because on a day-to-day basis this is something that you don't get to see every single day. So alright, so right up front I'm going to be shooting over to the cars that I find particularly quite interesting, such as right up in front of me is the Gen 1 Lamborghini Gallardo. I think it's the LP560-4 if I'm not mistaken. A 50th anniversary Nissan GTR R35, and right up in front of me is the Lamborghini Hurricane Evo Spider LP640-4, and then wow, oh wow, would you look at this, right up in front of us as well is the Lamborghini Sion. So this is the successor to the Lamborghini Aventador, which has got the brand new hybrid drivetrain. Up next are the Shelby Cobras, if I can call them that. Do forgive me for my lack of car knowledge when it comes to these modern classics. I'm not so up to speed in terms of knowledge when it comes to these cars. And then right up in front of us is a 718 Boxster GTS Audi R8 V10 Plus, and this is a car which is very familiar on the Cars924 page. So this car was actually previously owned by Glenn Car Freak, who used to own this car, which is a Lamborghini Hurricane Performante LP640-4. So this is actually one of my favorite and also dream cars, very close to heart. And then just behind that is a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Many years ago we actually had an opportunity to go for a ride in one of these, and it was nothing less than an exhilarating experience. So yeah, this is actually quite different. McLaren 720S right up in front of us as well. Wow, oh wow, you know, it gets to the point where you actually do get quite overwhelmed and you don't even know what exactly to show. And then right in front of us, if you look quite far ahead, a 765 RT. Wow, oh wow, would you look at that? This is insane. Ooh, Mercedes SLS AMG. Really cool car. I don't get to see these every single day. So an interesting fact about this car, this is somewhat the successor to the Mercedes AMG 300 SL, which is really cool and quite exhilarating to see in person. Really cool car. But yeah, this is somewhat the turnout of the cars that we have here today, which is nuts. You know, you don't get to see so many supercars in one spot every single day. So this is definitely something quite amusing and something definitely quite different to see as well. And you know, it's overwhelming.